So for week one's interview questions, the first question is, what is an advantage of dynamic arrays compared to traditional or static arrays? Okay. Now, one advantage of dynamic arrays over static arrays is that dynamic arrays are flexible in size. Okay, so that means that when it is created, its size is not fixed, it's not predetermined. It can be shrunk and it can be increased. Okay, that means more elements can be added to it. Okay, it can grow or shrink as needed during runtime. Now, this allows for more efficient use of memory because we only allocate as much space as we need to, instead of reserving a fixed size that might go unused as in static array. Okay. Now, when you come down here, this is an example of a dynamic array. Okay. After it has been created, more elements can be added to it. Okay, after it has been created, we can add more elements to it, and even after it has been run, right, it has been executed, we can go ahead and add more elements to it. Okay, so that is an advantage of dynamic array over static array. Now the second question is, what is a disadvantage of dynamic arrays compared to traditional static arrays? Now, a disadvantage of dynamic array compared to the traditional static array is that resizing them can be costly in terms of performance. Okay, when a dynamic array runs out of space, it needs to allocate a new larger block of memory and copy over all the existing elements, which can be time consuming. Okay, so it might slow down the performance. Okay, now additionally, dynamic arrays may cause fragmentation in memory as they frequently resize to adjust to new data. Okay, now referring first to the first question, this is a static array. As you can see, after it has been created, you cannot add another element. Okay, so for example, if we have a static array, in this case of size 5, you cannot convert it to 6, static array of 6, unless you recreate a whole new array. In summary, the advantage of dynamic array over fixed array is one can add elements dynamically and the array will resize automatically as we add more items, or one can shrink the size of dynamic arrays as one needs to. Now the disadvantage, as I stated, is performance costs and also causing fragmentation as we continue to increase it or decrease the size. Now for a fixed array, in summary, its memory allocation, the advantage is memory allocation is predictable and fast because the array size is fixed. Okay, we predetermine the size of the array even before we create it. Now the disadvantage is that we cannot alter the size or resize a fixed array as compared to a dynamic array. Okay, when we've created it, we cannot shrink or reduce the size. New elements cannot be added. So this is the difference, the advantages and disadvantages comparing dynamic array and fixed array. Thank you.